everything with one video, and then it loses traction. So basically when I'm consulting with somebody, I say, let's write down the number of towns that you want to get found in, and we'll make an individual video for each one.
Well, can't you do one video, one actual video production, and you tag it differently?
Absolutely.
Well,
but then credibility comes into play.
Right.
If you're mistagging it and someone goes to your video and it's mistagged, then there's a credibility issue.
Right. So if you're talking about...
You don't want to do that.
Exactly.
I mean, for different towns, if you do...
Right. If you generically in the video you don't identify South Hadley,
right.
and the
verbally,
video
really
is generic,
right.
then it's fine.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And then you can apply it to all those towns and keywords. Yep. Other questions? Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah, go for it.
What about Pinterest and Foursquare and even Twitter? Because Twitter is something like people do every minute, it seems, or whatever.
Yeah.
And how do those play into us as business people?
Again, you know, if you're going to use social media, you're going to use it to build an email list or to get found on Google. So Pinterest has become more popular. And what I always explain is that you want to test it out for a little while. You can find out where traffic is coming to your website with a certain tool. You know, it'll show you. So let's say you put up some stuff on Pinterest and you check the stats on your website and you see that you're getting a lot of traffic from Pinterest. Then you would want to spend some more time there. But if you, after a couple of months, you don't see any traffic, you would just move on to something else. The thing is with social media, I mean, there's 1,000 different places that you can be today. And it becomes overwhelming, and I just say to focus on a few. Get good at a few, use those as traffic sources, then you can move on. I don't use Pinterest. You know, I use Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube almost exclusively. So, and I just haven't found Pinterest to work for me or my business. But it may for somebody else.
I think that's really key, as Eric says, you know, we all have limited amount of time. You've got to really select, you know, be very selective in what channels of communication you open up. You know, maybe you have time, maybe you don't have time for Twitter. I don't do Twitter personally. It's not because it's not very valuable. It's very applicable to many businesses, and it drives a lot of traffic. But I just made a personal decision. I don't want to open up that channel, because if I do, I have to service it. It's like if I have a telephone number, I got to answer the phone, right? And so if I'm not willing to put the time into Twitter, then I don't, just because it's a personal decision. Not because it's not very valuable, and I'd recommend other people to use it.
Well, here's something that you can do. This is a little trick that you can use when you go home. There's a website called Ping.fm. Ping.fm. Anybody familiar with that website? Ping.fm, you add all of your accounts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. What you do is you go to Ping.fm, you make your post, Ping distributes it to all of your social media sites. You understand? Yeah. No? So, you go to this website,